talking
All
about.
right. Well, hey, welcome to Drunken Inches, everybody. We got a special guest for y'all today. We got ourselves the new.
I ain't drunk, but I got inches.
You got
Two of them. Two.
two whole
Two.
inches.
That's funny. That's a good one. I'll give you that one. That was a good one. That was a good one.
Where's
So
Dave?
today we've got Edwin and the News World Cup recap. Let's hear it, baby.
I mean,
Let's hear it.
World Cup recap.
Uh,
I don't even think I'm
Yes.
ready for that. What's there to really
Dynasty
recap?
won.
Yeah, that's it.
Breaking news. Dynasty won.
Yeah.
Mhm. Mhm.
And Planet Eclipse apparently did not sell.
Nope. Nope.
Nope.
Uh,
That's it. Die has a new gun, limited edition gun,
Only 500.
only 500.
I think only 300 of them are here in the U.S. and the rest are around the world. From what I was told on the interwebs. So
but
yeah,
but the next marker's coming with the same bolt, correct? A lurker.
Lurker boat? I don't think
uh,
so.
I don't think so either. Yeah, there was no rumors about that. They didn't really specify on it. They just said that the M4 is literally right around the corner. So,
And that's its own thing.
hmm
It's not a lurker because then they'll be selling the same gun. And if it's supposed to be
yep.
limited edition, they're like, oh, okay, here's limited edition DM4. I
Yeah,
don't know.
So this bolt's supposed to be so good, but we'll put in 500 guns. Call it a day.
yep,
Yeah,
yep, yep, yep. It makes you wonder if the guy from Lurker had to buy the batch to sell it to make the deal with Die. That's what it sounds like.
buy the
I
batch.
thought I thought Lurker was going to get the proceeds from these 500, but then they were going to use the boat system in the new M4 or whatever.
Then what's the
I
point?
thought
Then what's the
Hmm.
point of them releasing only 500?
that would go to Lurker for the boat technology or whatever. He'd get those first 500. That's just assuming.
Mm.
I don't know. I think that's bad.
Why would you build a gun with
Yeah,
this boat for 500 markers and then like, well, we're done with this boat?
I don't know. They must know something we don't know.
or
Because
they
I mean,
they might release it later on. Look at the NT bolt when they have the NT.
That's one
mm,
reason why I'm not buying this gun. It's because I bought an NG. So God burnt me once. I'm good.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You got a point there. I didn't think about that. Holy shit, that's a good point about the die NT. They really did fuck that one up. You're right.
I had a die NT
What
and
That
it
was
was that?
shot freaking flawlessly.
nine shot like ass.
My shit was fucking on point.
Yours came
It,
from Indonesia.
beautiful gun, beautiful gun. Loved
Yeah.
it, but it did not shoot well at all. Could not
Mm,
make it shoot
mm,
good.
mm, mm, mm,
Mm.
mm, mm, mm. I don't know,
But
boys.
hey,
It does interesting.
remember, Evan was a die guy back in the day. So whatever they make
Yeah, that's true
is
too.
good. Kind of
We
like me with Planet Eclipse.
Yep, yep, that's true. That's true.
I
I
love.
don't know. I mean, they said efficiency is real. A lot of people are talking about the efficiency. So I want to see videos now. I want to see the real videos, but everybody's saying it shoots like a force. So that's kind of shitty.
Forces
I've
a
never
That
loud,
shot.
dude.
pinging.
Yeah.
Yeah, they said something like, ugh.
I've never shot a force. Never owned a Bob Long gun.
No. Well, I can tell you this firsthand. It does have a ping, and it does knock. It's a knock. Literally, it's a knocking in the very front. You can feel it in your hands. It's a knocking sensation. So, yeah, not
Well,
the great,
I don't
not the
know.
greatest. But Dynasty. Let's talk about Dynasty. Will Dynasty just hang up their shit and let people do things like fuck,
Why? Why?
fuck? It's like
Why?
Tom Brady.
Why? They're so good. Why?
Are we tired of Dynasty or are we not tired of Dynasty? Here we go. That's the question.
They're on top. Somebody got to knock them off.
You know?
Why?
I was not a Dynasty fan until several years ago, and now I'm not a Dynasty fan. I'm just tired of them. I'm sick of them.
sick of
I
them.
mean, what they've done is remarkable. You nobody can take that away. But it's just like watching the same football team win over and over and over. It's kind of boring.
Yep. Wholeheartedly agree with that. I think it's the
Yeah.
same shit. And they can't fight on blind layouts, but they can fight on fucking layouts that are 2 weeks advance. But not blind layouts.
Well,
They suck a bag of dicks.
well, y'all don't follow NASCAR probably, but it's like when Jimmy Johnson was winning all his championships, they changed up the point system where he
Hmm
wasn't as competitive. It's much like this. Yeah, he changed that up, and they weren't as competitive. And we need to do something to level the playing field because it's not any fun. I don't know what, but
A refresher.
paint,
Mm.
paintball doesn't have paintball doesn't have salary caps or rules
Nope.
like NASCAR, more or less. So it's just it's
Mm-mm.
it's just not fun anymore to watch much.
I don't know. I think it's all right. I think them being on top, they're just that good, man. They understand. They have that different level of understanding what's going on, and they've been doing it for what, over 20 years on top.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. It's like over here, like I don't know. I want to say like gridlock because gridlock is always pretty good. They're always I always say gridlock.
What gets
Bitch.
Dynasty all this talent? Why does everybody want to play for them? That's what I don't get. Like just the fact that
Ooh.
if you do make the roster, you make the squad, you're gonna win. So
But
what does
who's
what
the
does
core?
winning do for you?
Hmm.
I
Well,
mean,
yeah,
recognition.
the minute Ryan steps down, then that's gonna be a totally different team. Ryan holds all that together. They have the talent, but everybody thought it was Ollie, Ollie, Ollie. Hey, Ollie's the man, but once Ryan's gone, that's the backbone of that squad. And he
Huh.
won't ever leave. I wouldn't think he's going to stay around and help out. But once he loses that desire to keep playing at the level he does, yeah,
hmm
who's going to do it? Who's going to do it next?
Who do you think is going to be the first one to go out of the core three? I want to say Ollie because Ollie's really not the core anymore. I say Yosh, Frazier, or Ryan. Who do you think?
Frazier.
I think Frazier would be the first one to go.
I'm gonna go with Yosh. I think it's gonna be Yosh, and when Yosh leaves, you're gonna see a significant drop, and they're really gonna have to rely on Dalton Vanderbilt if he stays with Dynasty, because I feel like that's gonna be the replacement for Yosh, and then right behind them you got a Rene. So I think it's gonna be Yosh and not Alex, because if you look at it, Spigot didn't play too much. Alex and Andrade and Archie, they all play the same. They really do. It's just who would go first? I think it'd be Yosh, just because they've got the right fighters that will follow behind him, and you won't see a difference yet. I think once Green, like you said, Greenspan leaves, or maybe Yosh, you're gonna. I don't know. Damn, Greenspan, you're kind of right about it though. He is the glue to that team. Because I don't think we've ever seen a tournament without Greenspan, have we?
Well, every team's got that one guy. That one guy that just is the driving force behind everything. And he ain't necessarily all the talent, but he holds everything together.
And that's what Ollie was to the LA Ironman. He was
Yes.
that glue.
And he
He was
probably
that
was
glue.
the dynasty back in the heyday, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
he
Damn, that's a
reminds
good
me of
question, man.
a guy like they used to play at BR called DJ Knox. Was an incredible player, but just did not care. It was like paintball was too easy for him. He could go out on the field and shoot everybody, and you wouldn't see him for 3 months. You could get him maybe to a tournament. 6 months later, he'd pop back out the field like, "Where you been, man?" I was riding dirt bikes. Ollie's like that. It's like whatever, it's fun and all, but I'm gonna go do weird stuff.
Yeah, he looked
Hmm.
he looked very weird.
Yeah, if I just had his
Fuck yeah.
talent. But what I
Hmm.
don't understand is how these guys, because of their winning and then doing the Field Force One now, are they finally hitting their payday now? Are they finally making like money
Oh.
off of paintball because of the guns? Now that they're into that part of it,
Well,
is
look,
it worth going? is it worth going to these tournaments year after year and all this time missed from family? And because now we're making money, we're actually making money off of paintball. We're selling guns.
Well, we're
Because I
selling a
don't know
lot of
how
stuff.
you would go. Because we all love paintball, but the minute that you do it nonstop, like the years I played X ball with the VR boys was the most fun I ever had, but it was the hardest years because of all the time and commitment and the labor that went into it. It turned it into a job. It was not that fun. These cats have been doing it for so long. You know they've got to wake up to go to practice and go, man, I just don't want to go no more.
Yeah,
It's a job. It's
Mm.
a job.
yeah.
So year after year, something's got to keep you doing it. And I'm thinking they finally hit that payday, finally making some money.
Mm.
But I don't know nobody that shoots their guns. I haven't seen one at the field. I don't go to the field that much anymore. But I don't.
I mean,
I ain't heard y'all about
Yeah.
one.
oh no.
So, but remember the rumor that there was somebody big at Cup or toward the end of the year that is supposed to announce bankruptcy or going out of business. We didn't hear anything about that at Cup neither.
Ah, yes,
Remember that?
yes, yes, yes.
So
That was
most think most think it's
Key.
probably Lux. Everybody thought it was Lux until the whole PE rumor started, but everybody thought it would probably be Lux, Smart Parts,
Oh, I thought it was.
whatever they
I
call
thought it was gonna be Key.
it. I thought they. What is it? They were supposed to be buying Planet Eclipse Core. Ain't that the whole group?
Core,
Core.
Core
Yeah,
Outdoor. Yes, yes, Core Outdoor. Yes.
but they own Key, correct? Don't they own?
I think. I
Don't
I
they?
think
thought
they
they owned
do.
everything.
Don't they fund their
Yeah,
GI?
they're under GI. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's
They're
it.
under GI.
So
So what's his name? Impact.
yeah.
Rabikoff. He owns GI, right?
No, Steve Rabikoff runs GI. He's like one of the
Is it
COOs.
Italia? What's his name? Did the X Ball invented X Ball? What is he on?
Yeah,
Richmond,
yeah,
Italia.
yeah, he owns. Let me see here.
I don't
That's a
know.
good question.
I know that. I
They
know
fought.
Keys.
Well, they filed bankruptcy as a strategy because Gino used to do that with what was his first company? Uh,
Falcon.
no, way before then. It was a green logo, red paintball on it, paintball something. Back when he was a kid, he used the name when he started in the garage, but I don't remember the paintball. What was the name of that? That's back when Black River was up in Anger. How long ago it
Hmm.
was? I mean, 20 years ago. And they filed for bankruptcy and then became this, and then filed and became this.
National Paintball Supply.
There you go. That's it. Yeah, that's it. That
Okay,
was
so
that was Gino, and then they filed for bankruptcy, became something else. That's a paintball strategy or a business strategy.
Yeah, it was National Paintball Supply, and then they fell under Empire. I think
But
when
what is that's why I bought the whole Lux thing because what is that's still owned by Smart Parts. So they done it with Smart Parts, but what? Why are they still here? I mean, I love a Lux, but I don't see. I don't.
whoa,
What was that?
so
You saw that documentary. Who was that when he went to the Smart Parts factory? And what's the younger brother? Adam's the older brother. What's the younger brother's name? I,
hmm.
I think Adam's the bald headed one. Anyhow, they showed his office and what he does day to day. It ain't like they got it going on anymore like they used to.
no,
Uh-uh.
And at their age, it's like, hmm, I see retire. I just thought it would have been Lux, but we ain't heard anything. I hadn't even heard any more rumors. The only rumor on the PE thing was that what is it, paintball for soup or whatever. I've never heard nobody else mention it.
Oh, Will Ball for soup. Will
yeah,
Ball
Will
for
Buffett
soup.
Yeah,
soup.
he's the only guy I've seen a video or talk about that. I haven't heard anybody else say anything about it.
No, because there's not a whole lot of information out there. Now, the key action sports that we were talking about, Angie Bourdain is the CEO, and it was called Paintball with the 8. And then Rusty Glaze actually has his hands in that as well, believe
Hmm.
it or not.
Rusty.
What's the name of
hmm
it?
Rusty Glaze is called Key Action Sports. That's who bought the. That was the company that got bought out by this. What was it? We said it was called. Oh my god, what do we call it? What was it called? Compress? Compress? Hold
I
on.
thought they
I'll tell
fell.
you.
I thought they all fell underneath the one umbrella. I thought JT was
Yeah.
owned by him.
Yes. JT's under it. Hold on. Let me see. It tells you right here. It says key action sports exclusives are the RPS, Empire, Pure Energy, Halo, Evil, Extreme Rage, Diablo, Piranha, Sports Shot, Shock Tech,
That's
Invert, which is Empire.
that's all under key.
Yeah, even
Wow.
Reds.
Yeah, but
Even
when you're
Reds.
naming off the when you're naming off of these brands, think of all of them, and they did have their heyday. But what are they now? They're
Hmm.
the minute I heard Halo, yeah,
They're
they
at
still say they still sell Halos, but it's a bargain. So
Hmm.
when you
Yeah,
say they
they're.
were buying Planet Eclipse, I'm like, well, great, we're gonna get a gun called the Raptor, and you're gonna have to shoot it because that's all there is, and it's gonna be junk because that's what they sell is
Hold on, let me see.
mainstream, not high quality stuff.
I mean, I don't know
So it
how
goes like this. This is how it went down. It went down. Key Action Sports got bought out by GI Sports, and GI Sports got bought out from that camping goods place. That's when it all came together.
camping goods place.
Wow. Yeah. That place that we were talking about, that camping place that what was it called?
Cabela's?
Core, you said it was called Core? No, it's called
Cabela's?
Core, I think.
Oh,
No, 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 no. Cause see right here on this website it shows GI Sports, Empire, Titman, JT Spider, V Force Titman. Okay, and it's called Core Outdoors. Let's see. Yeah, Core Outdoor. It was acquired by Core Outdoor. Yep, yep. Key Action Sports. Holy smokes. Oh yeah.
It,
Oh wow. Okay, it's telling me that how much it was bought for. Hold on. Wait, is that it? No, that's not it. But yeah, Core Outdoors is who bought them, and those guys pretty much half a paintball right now. When it comes to soft goods, hard goods, you name it. So like Pro DNA, FDN, what was it? FDN or something like that.
that's it.
FDN
That's
one.
that's infamous stuff, isn't it?
mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Travis branched off from GI Sports and was able to hold the infamous name and take it away from GI Sports and do his own thing, which is the FDN something.
I don't know.
Let me
They're killing
see.
it though.
Oh yeah, they're fucking killing it. FNDN. Let me see.
Nobody. I don't know. Whatever.
Yes, that's it. Yes, it. That's it. Yep. So the Pro DNA is under the same market as FNDN, which is Travis Leminski's brand. So yeah,
But they just sell soft goods. They do
they
limited
sell
edition
soft goods.
Eclipse guns, didn't they? Yeah, they
No,
do.
they got the private label stuff. So
They've
Yeah,
got the private label
the
stuff. Yeah.
I mean, they're
Planet
doing.
Eclipse stuff,
Yeah, they're
don't they?
doing. So they're
Yeah.
doing Planet Eclipse guns. They sell like aftermarket parts for the Planet Eclipse
Hmm.
guns. They got their own
Hmm.
soft goods, their own packs,
Hmm.
uh,
Hmm.
pads, knee pads, pants, jerseys. They're pushing
Yep.
masks.
Yep.
The push mask. Um,
Yep.
I mean everything.
Yeah, it's a good brand. It's been getting off his feet for a while because he did have it on Kickstarter for a while, the FDND or the FNDN company. Because
Bags.
the first product he came out with was the jacket, the pants, and the socks that were heated. And it was like a Kickstarter for like 2 years. And I guess he made the money where he got enough to bring the infamous logo back into it and call it Protein DNA. So it's all one umbrella for those brands. So that means Core Sports doesn't own that brand at all. At all. So you've got what is it, three now? You got HK Army, Core Outdoors, Pro DNA, Bunker King. That's it? Four?
Virtue.
Well,
Virtue and Bunker
Bunker
King.
King, Bunker King's owned by Virtue.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that would be four big companies. That's it. So if Core Outdoors were to acquire Planet Eclipse,
Who owns
that'd be kind of
JT?
scary. JT is owned by Core Outdoors. Mm-hmm.
And
They
out
own
of
GI.
all of those, who would you have to guess is the biggest moneymaker or the
Hello, Core Outdoors.
highest? You think?
Yeah, I don't think it's HK Army at all.
Carbon.
I
No,
would
dude,
still.
Carbon's too tiny.
I know, but still, they're their own thing. They're not under anybody.
Oh, I forgot. Die. That
Die,
makes it
die, die,
five.
die, 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 die.
That makes it five.
Yeah,
Because Die and
but if
Carbon are together.
who's probably making the most money out of all those groups? If you had to guess.
Oh
I still say Planet Eclipse. How
no,
many how many non-Planet Eclipse guns do you see when you go to the field? Even the rentals now are turning into the
Yep,
Eclipse
the
guns.
Emacs.
yeah, but I don't think. I mean, you gotta think. Yeah, all that asset right there that could push different products. That's all going back to them. You got Planet Clips only pushing out one product, like markers. They have soft
Yeah,
goods
but
and stuff, but
No, Nunu's making a point though that the markers are only selling
Barrel
more than soft goods. Yep.
markers. Only thing they don't
Hmm.
have is tanks,
Yeah.
packs. They got
Now they
packs,
got a
pants,
loader.
jerseys, pads.
loader.
Loaders.
Uh, they got that one that one loader. What's it called?
Speedster. Speedster.
Is it a actual mechanical loader?
Hmm.
I mean, not
Yep.
mechanical,
No,
but
the electronical. Yeah, it's
yeah,
called a
electronic.
Speedster.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
They've got them.
I know they got that one
Hmm.
loader that for the EMAC.
If
Gravity fed
but
PAL.
if they're not the highest gross people, they've got to be top three. I mean, they've got to be one of the strongest
Have
in the
to.
industry.
Oh yeah,
Have to. Have to.
So, so now the fact that they were selling to me, if the more worrisome point to me would be is if they were selling, why? Why would Jack and them sell? Because what worries me is they see the writing on the wall with the lack of the players, and that the heyday is over, and it's time to get out while the getting is good. Because I think you said,
Well,
I've never seen this, but you said they were so many $1 million in debt, which,
yes. I sent it. I sent it to Edwin. I sent him the
you know,
messages. I don't know if he actually looked at it, Edwin.
I
Did
did,
you look
but
at those links?
it doesn't really tell me anything. I don't know what I was
It
looking at.
tells you how much. It tells you what how much they're in debt. I'll send it to you right
But how
now
are you in
on
debt if you're the
Facebook,
most sold?
I didn't,
dude.
I didn't
I
understand
don't know.
that, but
Yeah, it's like
it
twenty
looked,
seven million dollars. I sent it to
yeah.
you on a Facebook Messenger. So if you ever get time to check it out, it's all there.
There wasn't much money left over for the owners after their bills were to be paid. I was like, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm. That all these years, you're right. All these years, and they put out quality. I mean, it is what it
But
is.
it's
I
also
wonder.
speculation because we
Yeah,
don't have any good information that that's what's going on. I lean more towards smart parts now. There was nothing going on at Cup about them or Lux or anything. Or you just didn't hear nothing.
what
I see
else?
And if
Gogs is his own thing.
well, if y'all remember, they were doing all the paintball releases at the paintball extravaganza. Then I guess COVID
Mm-hmm.
has pushed it back to Cup. I don't because I don't think
Mm-hmm.
they had one last year, did they? Or if they did, it was real small. I know one year they had it was real
They
small
yeah
because
yeah. It was this year. It was really tiny, real
so
tiny, depressing.
which I like. I like the Cup releases better.
Mm-hmm.
It makes Cup more fun when all the new stuff's coming.
Yeah, makes you want to spend more money.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to
Mm-hmm.
go. It just wasn't in the works, but I was like, I'm going to Cup because my daughter's down there, but it didn't work out. But I would have went. I would have bought a die gun if I went, no doubt.
Dude, they're coming back home with a die gun.
But
Like
I mean,
fuck, I did it again.
there really wasn't nothing there that made you go, ooh, ah, ooh. Because
No,
This not no.
the
There's
CS3, yeah, the CS3 was released before Cup. So there was nothing that made me go, wow, can't wait.
and there was supposedly all these rumors they were talking about. Oh, hey, a new die mask. Like die was supposed to have a big turnout.
Well, if
That
you
didn't happen.
remember back at the beginning of the year, HK said they were coming out with a new mask and two
Yes.
new loaders. Well, I guess
Yes.
they came out with the one loader, didn't they? Didn't they come out with a new loader at Cup?
This
It
year?
Yeah,
was
Sonic. The
yeah, it
Sonic.
was an
Yeah.
inexpensive loader, more or
Yes.
less.
Yeah,
But
it's
I don't
called the
know what's
Sonic
up with
loader.
that other loader and the other mask they're supposed to be coming with. But if you also notice, or I've noticed, that all the new loaders lead back to Virtue. It's like everything is
Uh
copied off of
huh.
that. It's like, hey,
Yeah.
another Spire. Yeah,
It
Yep.
they
is,
all look
yeah.
the
Yep.
same, come apart the same. It's like Virtue's making all of them.
Yep. You're
Even the
right. You're right.
inexpensive ones kind of look like a Virtue.
Mm-hmm.
But
Like,
nothing new from HK. Or is it coming
No.
at that paintball extravaganza? I don't even know if they're having one because if you don't go to it, you don't keep track of it till it gets here.
Yeah, that's true
That'd be a
too.
good question
Maybe.
for Nate and them if they're going to have one.
but
You know
yeah,
what?
there
Maybe.
there was nothing new in for HK. Oh, besides the Under Armour type shit that they got, the like. Oop,
Amber Alert.
Uh oh. Is that Dave? Did we lose Dave? It's like
Where is Dave?
I don't
man,
know. He didn't reply back.
yeah.
Oh, oh.
That's all. I was like, damn it, Dave.
Well, I was
Damn
hoping
it.
we get the studio done. I wanted to come into the studio.
Oh man, I'm telling you, Bo. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. He's looking. I gotta put these brackets up for the TV, and that's literally it. That's
Is
it.
this
That's
it behind
literally
you?
it. No,
You're in
this
the
is
studio.
No,
no. That's not. No, that's a picture.
Oh, okay.
It looks like a
The
picture.
light.
Yeah, yeah. No.
Yeah, the lights blaring it out.
Yeah, it's bad. It's really bad right there. Yeah, it's
yep.
really bad. But no, like I just gotta put the bracket for the TV up, and then that's it. I mean, I've got everything running like jelly, so nice and sticky
So,
icky.
so while we're talking about Cup, there was not one player on the Voodoo roster that played last year, correct? Because you know all
Correct.
them guys. I don't know them. I know there
Correct.
was. I think there was one guy earlier named Casey that played last year that was playing the first couple events, but then I hadn't seen him in a while. I was just wondering if any of them Voodoo players were from last year.
I didn't
Hmm.
recognize anybody.
Are you segueing to a confrontation there, sir?
I
No, no,
think
no, no.
no.
I just was wondering. I just was wondering.
Oh, okay. Okay, I thought we were
Somebody
gonna
heard.
go to that one route.
Well, I know they were Voodoo, and then they started off being Nomads this year, and then the Voodoo name or whatever.
Hmm.
I don't know. I don't know them guys. I don't know any of them. I just met Casey uh, over Facebook at the beginning of the season. Tried to talk to him. Yeah, he's a cool guy. Didn't have no problem with him. But every
Yeah.
time I go to the field, they're all a bunch of assholes. Voodoo is
That one
assholes and
guy, no,
assholes.
that one guy that you circled, Michael,
Yes,
he played last year.
but did he play for Voodoo?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's
Sean,
okay. Yeah, he's not.
Sean,
You know,
Mike.
he's approachable. I've talked to him a couple times. He's not like a bad guy. Our speedballers are assholes. That's the problem with every field. That's the problem with the sport. Always has been. But it's a age thing
Amen.
with young men. They have attitudes. And the greatest thing to ever carry a paintball gun. And as you get older, you realize that's not the way to grow the sport. I was the same way when I was young, but it doesn't do the fields any favors. I don't know why field owners put up with it, but it is what it is.
But where do you actually see a field owner that's really interactive? Like they get more.
Yeah, yeah, very seldom. I
They're not.
still say the biggest problem if I own Black Ops, if I owned it, the biggest thing I would do is hire DJ or Spencer, one or the other, to run my field. Somebody that knows the game. We keep
Thank
getting
you,
these
sir.
people that don't know the first thing about paintball, and we put them to running a paintball field. Okay,
I'm telling
and of
you.
course I
I've
get where
been
they're
there. Too.
coming from. You've got a lot of people that don't know the sport. The first thing or what they're introduced to early on is speedballers who are little assholes. So if you do try to help them and guide them, they don't want to listen to you because they think you're another asshole with a speedball gun. So I
Mhm.
gave up my biggest gripe. Hey, we ain't even got a chrono here, man. I don't even got a chrono to go chrono a gun. So
Oh, you still
y'all
on
know
the
where I
Chrono
Yeah.
stand.
shit?
Yeah, I still cannot walk over a chrono and work on a gun. Just go over there and stand over there by the net somewhere or something. Okay, here's a
Yeah, go
handheld.
shoot
That's
somewhere.
not.
Yeah,
Well, I'm just.
that's
It's
it.
just not very professional to me. But my problem is I've been around so long, and I remember when Nate came, and Nate's one of the greatest guys in the world. Don't get me wrong. He just got when he first started, he had some bad people around him, and he still does. To be honest, he needs Spencer or
Mm-hmm.
he needs DJ. He needs a paintballer to run that field.
I've been vouching for so many
But
years, brother. Mm.
but Black River, unfortunately, Black River's the same way. Brian does great things, but how many times have y'all walked to the field, gone to the field to play paintball, and got to play two games all day long?
Amen.
How do you get people to come back and want to play? Why does New not come around? Well, if you don't come with a crew, you ain't running no points or you ain't playing because they don't organize games. They don't make sure our customers are getting their money's worth and enjoying themselves. Brian will do that. I will give that to Brian. Many times I've seen him go up to people and say, "Hey, you having a fun time? Got any questions?" I miss Brian a lot. He was good. But these new cats, they just kind of, hey, the doors are open. Here's some paint, free for all. Go do what you want to do,
Yep.
and you can't get no playtime. And
Nope.
it's a sport where you better have at least five buddies go with you, and then you can have some fun. But if it's just you wanting to show up to play some, it ain't happening.
It's not
And
like how it was back in the day.
it's not just Black Ops. It's the same way at Paintball Central. It's the same way at Black River. It's almost every field I've ever been to. I would say the easiest place to go and play paintball and have a good time and jump on is Boss Paintball. I've been up
Oh
there with
wow.
two guys, and you end up playing 15 points because they don't care. Everybody's going to get some playtime. George, I believe it was
Shout
George.
out to
Remember
Boss
George?
Paintball.
Yeah. George runs that field up there. He didn't back then. I done forgot the guy's name. That's Sauceman's home field. Matt Sauceman's home field. And don't get me wrong, I love Black Ops. I just wish somebody would take charge. And Black River did it for a while where they would go, hey, boys and girls, we're going to have a big game at 10 a.m. If you want to play, everybody lines up and goes plays. Now I remember started off good and it was supposed to be ready at 10, and by 11 you were shooting some paint. Then it's time to break for lunch, and you're like, man, I've been here for 4 hours and I've shot 6 pounds of paint because we just bullshit. Everybody's
Yep.
sitting right. The refs aren't motivated.
Half the time the fields aren't even filled up. The
And yep,
bunkers.
you get
Nope.
there, they're not blowed up. But because I was one of them for all those years, it's the team guys' faults. That's what the teams are supposed to do. And the teams have got. I've
Mm.
heard it. I've heard it about voodoo, and I ain't even in the paintball scene no more. They ain't worth a shit. They ain't as far as teams. I don't know because it's been a long
The
time since
core's
I've been on
gone.
a team. But when I first started at Black River, you had to ref. You had certain weekends you had to show up and ref because you were on the team. You had to show up and referee. Period. There
Yeah.
was no ifs, ands, or buts about it. If I remember correctly, it was usually on a Sunday. They didn't require you to be there on Saturday, but Sunday was your day. You had to come ref. We practiced in the morning, and then we would
And
ref
ref
after
out the work. Yep.
and have to ref. And it would usually be two guys from the team. Everybody else could leave, but two guys had to stay back. And you did your rotation when it was your turn.
Yep.
But now, like I said, it's they don't even. Oh yeah, well, I guess they do it, but I've never seen. I was out of the sport when practice used to be. We were guns up 8 o'clock in the morning. Now it's like 10:30 or 11. The customers are here. How are we going to run a practice? Uh, this is our
Yeah.
field. We
It's
do
our
what we
field.
want.
That's how it is
Yeah.
now, and it's sad because I like I go to the field
Well,
once in a while and I go try to get on some games, and then you're standing there and they're like, oh yeah, this is a close practice. I'm like, dude, I just paid $60 for a case of paint. I'm playing
and didn't
fucking
complain.
yeah,
I'm not asking for a deal. I'm not asking for a discount. I'm not a
yeah,
team guy. I just want to play the. I want to play the game and go
yeah,
home. I
yeah,
don't want to. I don't want to do no favors. I don't want a discount. I'm not helping you clean nothing. I want to play. I want to go home.
yep,
Amen.
So,
Amen.
how many guys, especially all the guys that we know that's been playing that are now my age, around the 40 to 50-year-old range, that probably still would play, but because it's like that, I can't get no playtime. I like to go out and hang out and talk, but the main thing is to actually play the game. And when you can't get no playtime, it's like, okay, so what's left? Let's play some big games.
Yep.
Well, we're not having those. There's hardly any of those anymore. There's
Hmm.
nowhere for you to play unless you get into the system and get on a team and do APPA and want to commit to that level. And I don't have the desire to commit to that level, but I also have money. So when I show up, I ain't asking you for nothing. Give me some paint. Here's your money. Let me play paintball. I'll
Yep.
be here. I'll be here 5, 6, 10 times a year, maybe. But I ain't asking for nothing. I don't want a deal. And everybody thinks you want a deal. Nope, just want to play. But I
Yep.
can't. If I don't bring five with me, I stand on the sideline because I don't know the cats. They're all young kids. All my guys have since moved on. They don't play the game anymore. These are 20-year-old kids that like, hey, look at that old man. And I get it, but from a paintball field owner standpoint, it's always been that way. When I was that age, it was always geared toward the new players. I told Alan and Danny that back in the day. We gear everything toward these new players and nothing, same way with the APPA system, nothing toward the older players. Now, the new players are great. We need new blood, but a lot of these players don't hang around. The older players that wanted to hang around can't play anymore, and they still want to, but you don't want their money. You want that new player's money.
Yep.
And there's never been a fix put in for these old players. The new players is the ranking system. I hate the ranking system because right now, if I wanted to go play a 3-man, I have to do mathematical equations and go where this guy's got too many points and this guy's got too many points. Doesn't matter that they're old and ain't no good no more, but because of this system, we can't go play. And I don't know the young kids to get them to play with me because they're young. So they're like, I don't play with you. I don't know you.
Yep.
So I don't know. I don't know what you do to get cats like me, you, DJ. Dave is still at that age that he jumped out there and got on a squad. He can get some play time, but he's quickly approaching it where it's gonna be tough for you to find somewhere to play, man.
Hmm.
Unless you unless
Hmm.
you go to Living Legends.
I mean, you just gotta put
But
yourself out there, man. Like if they see you out there grinding and
but
you're that
but they
dedicated, and
but then they want you. See what I'm saying? You can go out there and be the best player in the world, but if you come at me and go, "Hey, we want you," they do that to Spencer all the time. They watch Spencer play. They're trying to constantly pick him up. Spencer don't want that at his stage in his life. Those days are over. He's got a family. He's got responsibilities. So they
hmm
quickly lose interest in you.
Yep.
I'm
Yep.
50. I have no desire to do that grind stuff. You talking about a Sunday morning practice? No, I ain't got time for that. I
Mm-mm.
didn't. I didn't. I didn't have time for that when I played last time. We didn't even practice. We just went to events. And you know why I go to events? Because you're guaranteed games. That's the only reason why I want to play 3-mans. I'm guaranteed to play 6 games. If I suck ass and don't win nothing, I'm playing 6 games of paintball.
yeah.
And unfortunately, because it's so
Mm-mm.
inexpensive, and I don't mind saying it because I'm old, I've gone, played 3-man, won our prelims, advanced in the tournament, and by game 9, I'm not throwing games, but I'm not trying because I'm tired. I'm done. I don't want to advance no more. So what? We won a 3-man. The last CFOA 5-man we played, we won as a team, the Carolina Cardinals, and I played the first point. And my guys came to me and says, "Nunu, you've lost the desire." And I was like, "I have. I played all I wanted to play. You boys carry it on." And they went on and won the event.
Mhm.
And that's great. That's fine. Congratulations. I'm tired. But but I love the game, and there's nowhere for me to participate in the game. Is the problem? I have money, I have gear, and I'll show up, but there's nowhere to play. I played the first big game they had at Black Ops, the beginning of the year. Wasn't interested in Living Legends because there's just so many people there. It's too many targets. It's just not my thing. It's a little bizarre, you know. They get out
Too
there
many.
and do the dress up and all that. But after that, there was nothing left to play. I
you
don't
didn't
think
have
they
you
had
didn't have
another.
you didn't
They
have
didn't
fun.
have another event.
You didn't have fun at that big game that we played
Yeah, I
when
had
you
fun
jumped in
at
the
the game.
trench.
I had fun at the game. Those kind of smaller games, yeah, I love those. I don't like that big Living Legend stuff. There's just too many people. But that was it. And I don't know why if they're not drawing the crowds because I know Black River there for a while they were doing a big game every other month. It's like my God, y'all
Yeah.
have one. It's too much. But I don't know because I don't know the numbers. I'm not in the day to day and knowing that if we hold the game, they don't come or I don't know. Just like the pick threes. Why is there no pick three tournaments? That's the perfect tournaments for guys like me. They just want to show up and play.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think I
Mm-hmm.
think the participation went away. That's if they can make money, they'll do it. Why do you think there's only a CFOA 3-man now? Yeah, they
Mm-hmm.
got their 10-man events, but I'm just saying, every month they make money on the 3-mans, and they
Mm-hmm.
constantly hold it. They keep having them.
Yeah. We ain't holding you up for making money now, are we?
Nah, it's
No. Okay. Okay.
telemark telemarketers.
Gotta get you that robocall, baby.
Yeah, well, it don't work well because the motor clubs show up as a robocall
Ah,
because
Mm.
they
shit.
go through a computer system. So when they do call, but I know this guy.
Motherfucker.
This guy's selling healthcare insurance.
Oh God, block his ass.
But like I said, that's the biggest problem. I mean, when y'all remember Allen was playing with y'all,
Yeah.
but look at
Yeah,
the
it was
level that
good.
he
It
had
was a
to
good
play
time.
to really. I mean, he was probably doing that with his kids, granted, but because it's in his blood, I
Mm-hmm.
think you could still get someone like that to play paintball if there was somewhere to play paintball. And I don't know the answer because I did. If I did, I'd have my own field. I'd own a field,
Well,
and
I can tell you
I'd
this.
be
I know
rich.
for
But
sure. I know for sure that he'll come back.
well, that's
He'll
what I'm
come back
saying.
when he's ready. Because
Everybody want people that play the game want to play the game, but there's nowhere for us to play the game other than if I get five of us
mm-hmm.
together, and then we're going to run into APBA issues. Like right now, I know a 3-man squad. I just told you the other day I want to do 3-mans. Edwin says he'll play, so I started thinking, who can I get to play? I got 2 dudes already, but guess what? Both of them is D4. But both of them, it should. Well, one of them, Edwin, it should.
Ah,
Edwin shouldn't matter because of his age. The other guy, yeah, he's a true D4. Edwin's still D4. You're D5. I am D5. I got 53 points now. It took my son has 13 points and he hadn't played paintball in 18 years. So it takes a long time to rank down in the APBA.
that's right. That's right. Because Ollie showed up as D1 on the damn list.
Well, even
6
like I
years.
said, Scott Cagle hadn't played in probably I'm gonna say 10 years. It's been 10,
Mm-hmm.
11 years. He's still a D4 guy. That's crazy. He's 50 years old too.
Yeah,
That's
but
just dumb.
you can call them and be like, "Hey, reclass me to D5," and they'll do it.
I shouldn't
Yeah.
have to. And like I said, you just shouldn't have to.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could get him back. I just use him as an example because there's so much people want to do, but there's nowhere to do it. I can't
Mm-hmm.
I can't go to the field and play right now. If I show up this Sunday, the only reason I'm showing up is because there's going to be cats that I know. We're going to get 5 dudes that know each other. But what about that poor kid that just got here from the army? I'm just saying, it's not supposed to be a group sport like that. You're not supposed to have to run with your crew.
Yeah.
And when you get there and want to play, let's just say you go play rec. What's the first thing they say? Oh, that's a birthday group. They want to play by themselves. You know.
Yeah.
So you like, well, I can't go to the woods and play with them. I can't play over here with the speedball because I don't know nobody, and I can't even get in line. So it's like I go on to the house, I guess, buy me a slingshot.
Yeah. I never really saw it that way. You're kind of right about that whole birthday party situation because everywhere I go, it always has that birthday party thing mentality where like, no, 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 you're a speedballer. No. What I would
Well,
do is
so,
I would tell the speedballer to set his stuff to 10.5, play semi-auto just for this group. Don't be an asshole. Don't ramp. These kids are playing with rentals. Just play on semi, and then we'll bring you in. That's what I would do if
eh,
it was me.
well, that's part of the speedballer's own fault is that
Mm-hmm.
they got that reputation to not be able, and that's what I say about them all being assholes. I'm at 50 years old. I'm not going to use that Tippmann. But I got mechanical stuff, and I'm going to actually have fun with the kids. I'm going to talk to them and help them with their gear. And I get that a 20-year-old's not going to do that. I understand that. But just because I got this gun or this jersey, why do you assume that I'm an asshole like the rest of them? I'll be cool, man. But I've been several times, and it's not. It's been like that. Like they'll line up. You go line up with them, and one of the refs will come over and go, yeah, they want to play by themselves. They're not.
Well, dude,
Okay, well, Well, what do I do? Do I go back inside and get my money back? Do I go home? I mean, what do I do?
Hmm.
I can't. I
Well,
can't go to the Toronto and shoot paint. So,
no. Well, this is
because
what
there
I'm
ain't
gonna do from here on out. I'm not gonna be wearing speedball jerseys when I go play rec ball. I'm just gonna wear this.
iron penis. Is that what that says? What's the
Yeah,
bottom? What's the bottom of it?
got all the
Oh,
sponsors.
Magnum.
who is that?
It's a
What
Florida
is that?
team down based in Florida.
Uh,
Yeah, they took the. Just gonna wear this and not intimidate nobody. So you got on the sleeves too. Iron penis. That way you don't intimidate nobody, right?
what's the number on the back? I bet you it's 6'9", ain't it?
No, there's
No,
no
no
Is it
number.
six
number.
There's
nine?
no number.
No,
It's just
no number.
logos.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah, it's just
yeah.
that.
It just goes like this, and then the back is this.
Yep.
well,
Adam
I
and Eve
like
is the
that, but
sponsor, man.
I don't know if that's good for the sport. But I get it.
Like I'm just here to fuck around. I'm not here to be serious.
Well, how frustrated do y'all get that we've been talking about for 20 years now? What's wrong with our sport and how do we fix it? It's like I don't want to hear it no more. I don't really care.
Well, I somebody was talking about it on a YouTube channel, and they were talking about how the rise and fall, and if the sport's really dying. When all actuality, it's not. It's actually growing. It's actually growing, but there's no change because nobody's willing to change. That's the problem. These businesses are not wanting to change because they're like that. What's that one metaphor where it says, "If it ain't broke, don't fix it."
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's their mentality, and they're not willing to innovate and try something new and be something new and different for the future. Because we're seeing, we had talked about this before, where you're starting to see tighter clothing, tighter like packs and all that stuff, where it's for the skinny, slinky kids. Well, okay, if we're gonna do that, how about we speed it up now? How about we go back to 15.5 BPS? How about we get the fields a lot longer or shorter or something? Let's get the sport a little bit faster if these kids are wanting to be so called fast with the looks. So, I mean, I think there needs to be a change. There needs to be something refreshed. But I'm afraid that nobody wants to do it because if they're too safe with making their money right now for what they have, and nobody's wanting to be innovative at all. At all. So
Well,
talking about it for 20 some years, yeah, why not? I mean,
if you think back to your favorite time in paintball, the most fun you've
mhm.
ever had, what were we doing? What style were we playing? What time frame was it?
10 man.
X Ball X Ball 15 BPS was the best shit ever. And this is with the big X's and the small X's. It was just so fast and so violent. I had so much fun because I was able to do stupid shit.
That's exactly
Now
what
it's
I told.
different.
I told someone today that if you want to ensure a success or go back to success, do what worked in the past. And if my memory serves me correct, that's when we had the most teams, the most players. We were playing
Mm-hmm.
15.4 X ball with the center X. You
Mm-hmm.
know, it was new, or it could have been just the fact that it was new and they brought it in and it was refreshing. But I just know that those were the best times in paintball. Everybody
Mm-hmm.
was having a ball.
Mm-hmm.
Why not? Why not go back to what was working extremely well if it worked so well? What?
Yeah.
At least, I'm not saying that's going to fix it, but I'm just saying if I do one thing and it works, why get completely away from it? Well, where was the 10.5 ball thing from anyhow? I've
I
heard
think it was
over
the
the years. I heard
extensions
it
of
was
the
a
boxes.
insurance thing. The what?
Oh, oh.
I heard it was an
No, no.
insurance
I
thing.
heard it
You
was.
know,
Oh, it was the insurance. I heard it was the case of paint. The way it was going up, and people weren't able to afford it.
They were trying to like bring back the cost of paint because people were going through paint like crazy. I
well,
mean,
I had heard earlier.
Yeah.
I'm going to say September timeframe, September, August, maybe July. They were talking about going to a 1,500 round case. Paint would stay the same price, but it was going to be. I don't know whatever happened with that. I don't hear any more talk about that. But there for a while, they were
I don't.
talking about it.
Yeah, I don't either.
Just like everything else you buy now, smaller
You're right.
package, same price.
And I heard that they were gonna go limited
Mm-hmm.
pods on the field too. So you can go out with like 4 pods and
Ooh.
something like that, and you can't bring any more than that. 4 pods and a hopper, and that's it.
Yeah, well, I know there's some
Mm.
formats that do that. I don't know how these pro players are walking on with so many pods anyhow. It's crazy to me. You see them front guys with 12 pods. I don't get it. I've never shot that much paint, but I suck. But you walking around with 12 pods, and I've watched them. They do shoot the majority of the time, but I still do a sit down and doing the math. I've never shot that many pods in a game. How do you shoot that many pods in a game?
It's
Mm.
called
I mean,
shutting down a lane.
Yep.
I know, but that's just that. I mean, at our level, I don't. I see guys do it sometimes, but I've never seen them shoot all that paint. There's always that guy that carries 12 pods, but he walks
True.
off with six of them. I don't know.
I don't
I
know,
just.
man.
But when you were just talking about the sport growing, or it's actually growing, I think back to the numbers of the people that we've lost. Great, we've got a bunch of new people, but we're not doing nothing to retain the ones that we have. We've almost accepted it. It's a fad. You'll come in, you'll play, you'll leave, you're done. And
Yep.
that's kind of that's what I was told back in the day when I was learning the game with the younger players. You get them in, you sell them the inexpensive gun, they'll buy the next gun, which back then was the impulse. They'll get some gear, but Alan used to call it gasoline and perfume. Once they get gas and the smell of perfume, they kind of leave paintball and go do something else. So you get them while they're young, get them to buy the stuff, and then they're out of here. But there's a lot of us that didn't. I didn't start playing until I had already had two kids and was 24 years old, 23 years old. So I came in late. But there's a lot of guys that we could have retained. Even if they went off and did, they would have come back. But there's nowhere for them to go.
No.
There's there's literally nowhere for me to play paintball.
Fuck, it makes me
They're
sad
like,
just hearing this though. Fuck.
but think how many people there is out there like that. So it's great that new players are coming in. That's what we need. I love to see those birthday parties that they have and these kids having these wonderful times. And some of them do come back, but like I said, you're slowly funneling out a lot of people that either ranked out APPA or done this or done that or can't run with a squad anymore. Them kids want to practice all the time. And that kind of what got me later in life was I go to these events with these teams and I'd have a team. But these cats are 23 years old and I'm 45. What are we going to talk about? You know,
Yeah.
I you know, you got to gel as a team. And when you get so old, it's like I can't, identify with much what y'all using words I don't even know anymore, man. I don't know what, what that is.
You know, it's so funny you say that, Nuna. That's how I felt with the BR boys, or not the BR boys, the BR soldiers. Remember our mixed batch? We had so many people with different ages, Edwin.
Mm-hmm.
It was weird because it was like we had literally everybody in every little age you can think of, like with Alan being the oldest, and then Edwin and then myself, and then it goes to Wesley, Logan, Alex,
Colt.
my brother, and then Colt. It was like, damn, we literally it was like this in ages.
And
It was
it's
weird.
and it's also like, I don't know, dude. It's the politics of the fucking bullshit that comes with being on a team too, man. Like dealing with perfect example, World Cup. I'm not gonna go into details, but look at that bullshit. Like come on now. D4. You're a D4 fucking team, dude. Like you got nothing going for yourself. You're just here to fucking have fun and just make memories. And you can't even do that anymore. Like
Well,
if your intention is not to go pro or keep moving up as far as you can, then you need to shut up and just sit down, because you're not gonna go anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like why through all that trouble, all that hard work, all that money that you put into playing an event, to not to play an event because people's egos. Why? What's the point?
well, I ran into that late in my career is because I knew, well, earlier on, 99.9.9% of y'all never going pro paintball. So get that.
No.
it used to make me mad because everybody wants to go play World Cup, World Cup. Let's play World Cup. Let's spend all this money when you can't even win a CFOA. You can't win up here, but you think you can go to Cup. Well, later on in the career, I realized, hey, I do this for fun,
Mm-hmm.
and people took it as me being non-competitive. It's not that I'm non-competitive. Number one goal is to have fun. So let's enjoy what we're doing. If we win the event, that's great. Win on Sunday, nobody gives two shits on Monday. It's not like I walk into Walmart and everybody says, "Hey, there's Nunu. He won the CFOA this weekend." Same way with Ollie now. Nobody knows he won Cup. Nobody give a shit but us, people that's in the industry. But have fun. What are you being? Uh, and like you said, we don't want to say no names because we don't want to start no shit. But if you take a guy to Cup and we lose our first three matches or we know we're not advancing. I'm gonna get anybody that's with us playing time that didn't play. You're gonna play that whole fourth match every point. You
Yeah.
know, you know this, and because you know the situation I'm talking. We know we're not
Mm-hmm.
advancing. We're just not gonna do it. I'm not good with the math, but I knew when they lost the first two matches, I think they won the third.
They won the third.
I get well. I guess if you win the fourth, you can. That's still 50-50. I just didn't see
Why
it
chance
at
it?
Cup.
You know.
Well, I mean, that's why you might want to put your best guys out there. And we think that that player that got sat was one of your best guys. Personally, I've seen the team play. I can I can guarantee you he's one of the best guys that was on the squad at Cup. I don't know why he didn't get no play time. But regardless, if we lost our first two matches and we won our third, the best we can do is win our fourth. And that's still 50-50. I don't see you advancing the Cup. I'd have to do the math. What would have to happen? Odds are we're not advancing. I'm giving you some play time.
Yeah.
I ain't doing nobody dirty like that. And at the very least, when we get home, I'm giving you back your money. It, I just can't do people like that. That's a lot of money to just go down there and watch people play paintball.
Amen.
Even if let's just say they had won that match and they advanced, and the next thing you know, they won the event. I didn't play. Would you feel a part of it? He's like, I didn't get no
No.
play time. Yeah,
Fuck
I didn't
no.
do nothing. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's all. And what it was what we've been discussing. The old guy. It's not with the click. Found his way in, but didn't find his true way in. Like
Yeah.
you're on the squad, but you're not really getting no playtime.
We just
Preach it,
want you.
Nuno.
We
Because
just want your money.
well, well, why do you think for the last 3 years that I played, I did a free ride to everybody? It was free ride because that's the only way I'm gonna get dudes to play. Because I'm
Mm-hmm.
old, so I've got to do something. I want to play the game. I want, but I also was running it to be competitive, so I didn't mind hurting your feelings. If I didn't want you, you're gone. I'm getting this guy; he can play. I'm paying the bills, so shut up. And that was cool. That's how I approached it. We won some events. It was working well, but it got to be where, and I'm blowing $1,600 on a CFOA. Yeah, we won it, and I blew $1,600. It was fun. I got great memories, but it just wasn't worth the cost. You know,
Hmm.
that's why I don't understand the pro team thing. Y'all talked about it on a podcast before. So what? You won, and I just look.
Yeah.
I'm sure Dynasty don't pay for anything. I mean, but it's still a point of time and
Yeah.
effort. And what did we get?
Yeah.
Okay, it's still paintball, fellas. Calm down.
I
But
mean,
Yeah, you're right. It's a tight knit community. If you don't know it, then you won't know jack shit about it. And that's another thing about the problem is that we don't have enough exposure. Not enough.
well, and I
Yeah.
don't know to the. We also I've noticed in this game we don't have any respect for the elders. You know, I
No.
it, I can go. I go to a field and I don't expect to be famous by no means, but as long as I've been around, there is typically people that know me. It's like, hey, what's your Nunu? Where you been? But I wouldn't say that's
Hmm.
not respect, but I see the younger kids looking. There's certain guys that Danny and Allen. I know they can't play like they used to play back in the day, but they've got my respect for what they did do in the past.
yeah.
But now it's like you said, it's nobody cares. Whatever. Everybody's an asshole to everybody else. If you're not, you got to go with a click. You got to be. And it was like that even when I was playing because I played for BR. I played for my own team, Spinal Tap or Cagel's team, and everywhere you went, you was Edwin used to be with BRX, and if I'm with the BR, even though we were a family team out of BR, they still had their little clique. We had our little clique, and Havoc had their little clique at the time. Even though we're a family, it's still, I wouldn't say there was hate or animosity, but we became our own little separate group of family. Even though
Yeah.
we're all the same guys playing in BR, because I didn't like Dennis when I first met him with BRX. He's a big asshole. I got along with Sean, but I didn't like Dennis. Get along with Dennis great now, but back in the day, that I was learning the ways. Sherry taught me the ways. Rest in peace. But
Hmm.
Sherry taught me a lot about the politics of paintball. That's
Yeah.
just I learned a lot from her, and I wouldn't say it's a bad part of the. It's part of the game, no matter what. It just is. But I don't know. There's no respect. There's no, like I said, I've known some great players that they still get my respect, and even the young ones.
Mhm.
Greg Finn. Greg Finn is a great paintball player. I respect him when I see it. Y'all don't think much of Spicker. I like Spicker because what he did, he wanted something and he just kept driving and driving and driving until he got there. He may not be the best guy, but hey, man, he made it.
Yeah.
He made it. Got to give him props. He did whatever he needed to do.
He did mention that when I saw him here with Greenspan because
He
they
just,
checked out the channel while they were here, and he's like,
yeah.
"Why such all the hate?" I said, "I don't know, man. It's just your height is so unbearable." He's like,
Well, I
"What?"
well, I think because we all remember him as the little kid walking around the field having to hold up his pants. His pants wouldn't even fit.
Yeah,
And you had to take one hand and hold him up. And I remember when he first came, more or less, Sherry was trying to dump him on me on the BR boys. He was looking for somewhere to play, and she was trying to push him my way, and I didn't want nothing to do with him. I was like, "Kid sucks. I don't want nothing to do with it." I wish that was a bad decision I made, but I did play one event with him at Myrtle Beach. Me, him, and Jr. Chris Reuter, some other guys. So I did get to play with Kyle Spicker when he was nobody. But he later went on to Top Choice and hung around with them cats for a while. But like I said,
yep.
he did what he wanted to do. And Tim Danchek, same way. He wanted something.
Hmm.
Tim's Tim's a good player. Tim is nowhere top 20 in my book as far as what's come out of BR. Solid player, but not just a stunner. But he kept driving to get what he wanted.
Hmm.
And then, like I said, the kid DJ Knox. I know some players that, you know, there was one called Paul Jennings. I think was before y'all. He was a helicopter pilot, if I remember right, in the Army. They called him Mouse, but he's a little old tiny thing. Don't know what happened to him, but if I ever saw a pro player that came out of BR, it was him. He should have been playing pro. But back to the respect issue, nobody knows who the hell he is. Nobody cares. Whatever. It's paintball. Loser.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, man, he said he'll do clinics here and there, and that's it. He says, I mean, he misses it being here, but
I, I,
it's just to see family.
I wouldn't say I wouldn't. Yeah, I think he does miss it. I mean, this is
He
where he
was
grew up.
he
This
was
is his
cool.
roots.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was cool with it. I mean, we kind of had our mutual respect in the end because he knew how much Ryan loved me and how much I loved Ryan, and he was just like, "Oh, okay, this
Well,
guy's just not a fucking Schwab."
the only thing I don't get is okay, Spicker, you got to where you wanted to be. But I mean,
Hmm.
and I don't keep track of him. But the last I heard is okay, you're playing professional paintball, and he was working at what do you call it?
Nordstrom,
The yeah. And oh,
shoe
is this
department,
your
yeah.
goal? Is this where you're going with your future? I mean, is this the
I mean,
max?
he got some business endeavors that he's doing right now. So
Yeah, cause he was going to
Yeah,
college too at the time.
Tiger
and
Wear or
that's what
something
I'm
like that.
taking. Yeah,
Hmm.
him and what's his face?
Mouse.
Yeah, and I get that. That's good for him, but because he's getting older in life and he realizes that I don't know where Ryan. Yeah, I think Ryan's got money, had money before he played paintball.
Hmm.
But I'd like to know what kind of money Ryan actually makes from the sport of paintball. Like, it's great to be a professional paintball player, but can you? I don't know if that's something I'm gonna be proud of. I can't earn a living doing that.
He has to make six figures.
Yeah,
I think he
I,
makes six
I
I,
figures,
know
dude.
I know how much he makes clinics.
well, I know
Well,
he
I
probably
know
yeah.
does
that much.
pretty good, but
I mean, if he's
But it's
always
not
on the
6 figures.
road, I think he's making six figures, dude. With
Mm-mm,
everything,
mm-mm, mm-mm.
with
but if you're
YouTube,
doing but if you're doing clinics and you're making that money, you also have got a lot of expenses that go along with that, as far as
Exactly.
flights and
Yep.
hotels and
Exactly. Yep.
food.
I wouldn't say hotels because he stays. What he's when he comes over here, he stays. I'm not gonna put that out there.
Yeah. Don't do that.
Yeah, but
What is?
No, he didn't
But he
stay there.
stays
He
with
didn't
her.
stay there this time.
no.
He didn't stay there this time. No. They got a hotel. They got a hotel. They're
But
not. They're not. Those bunks are not back there no more. Those that area is not back there no more.
Mm,
oh, the special armband area. Yeah, I've never
yeah,
seen that.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
I,
not there no more.
well, you know, as you go, there's a lot of people that play the NXL. I'm sure that you meet. There's probably friends all across the country that he's got, but even that would get old. I mean, even if me and Ryan was
Hmm.
best friends, you're like, hey, I got a clinic. Can I come crash? No, bitch. Yeah.
You gonna come pet my dog? Is that what you're gonna do,
I
Ryan?
mean, I'm just saying that's cool when you're 20, but yeah, nah, man. I got my wife here and stuff. I'm walking around in my underwear. Nah, you can't crash here. But
Yeah.
even with the money, with the clinics, like I said, I'm sure he does okay. But is that real money? I mean, like if
Yeah. The
if
amount of it, it's not.
everyone says it's true, it's six figures. I could just see the you got to take out your expenses. Yeah, I made that, but look at my expenses, and you're like, eh.
I think he
But
makes
to
six
each
figures,
their
man.
own. Money's not everything. Are you happy? That's it, But you still, when you got a family, your happiness, you gotta chill. You're like, I gotta produce. You know, I
Oh
like,
yeah.
I like. What does Ollie do for money? I don't. When he just kind of disappeared, I don't know how these cats go through the world so carefree. Like it'll work itself out. I'm just gonna go over here to India or wherever he went, wherever he goes.
Bali, Bali,
Bali.
Bali, Bali.
Well, they said forever that Spica was staying with, he'd stay with the dynasty guys. I get
Hmm.
it when we're 18 years old, let's travel the world and let's play paintball and it's this and that. But these cats are getting old. Y'all might be 40 years old.
Yeah,
It's like it's almost I don't want to. It's almost kind of like embarrassing. Now it's not if you got a gun company over here and you're making this kind of money and you're doing this and you're doing that and I do the. It's like racing.
Yeah.
I'm a racer and then I've got a shop that makes my money during the week, but I race so people come to my shop. I get that with the paintball thing, but when you hit a certain age, you're like, hey, it's time to move on with your life and do something, man. Do something
yeah.
serious. It's time to grow up.
Hmm. Yep. You're right. You're right. It's time to grow up or get the fuck out.
Or it's hate. It's hate. It's hate because we had to do that. We had to. Sure, I wanted to
Live our
do this and
lives,
this.
pay our
Yeah,
bills.
yeah, yeah. I had to make sure my kids had this and this, so I can't go play that tournament. So I can't go to Cup this year. Or I can't do that. Or it might be
Yeah.
just a hate speaking. Like I hate y'all. Y'all did it, and I had to do this. But no, there came a point, the realization that hey, it's just paintball, man. It doesn't matter if you do play pro. It's not like I'm going to earn a living off of this game. Even if I could, I don't know. I'm not in the know. Like, what are these guys? I know when they did the Latin Saints, which is still hilarious to this day
Oh
because
yeah,
I didn't care. I didn't care for that team. I remember you and Edwin all excited about it. I just thought it was uh,
I
racism, no matter what. But
they there's this meme saying thank you to the Latin Saints, the best D4 team that played pro. I was
They
like,
made
well,
our
man,
dreams come true.
I read a lot of stuff that they're wanting them to be deregulated, and I guess mathematically it may not be them, but they're saying it should be them.
yeah, I
They
think it
should
will
not
be them.
have a.
Mm-hmm.
They should not
Yeah.
have a. But I know when they were signing all, now them cats were going to make some money. But then Mouse was saying how much he got, and yes, that's money. I can't live off of that kind of money. It was money, and
Hell
it's money
no.
getting to do what you love. But I can't live off of that.
Yeah. No, hell no. Hell no, you can't live off that money. You're absolutely
I,
right.
I, I sure can't support a family off of it.
Nope, 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 nope.
You can live out.
Not even a dog.
But you're
I know.
not in the know. It's just you take any other team like the Houston Heat. What are these guys actually getting to play paintball? And I know a lot of them work in the industry, but even that's like, so what? I work at JT. What can JT pay you? I would think it's be a regular paying job. It's not, it's not nothing crazy. Now, what's his name? B Short went to HK because he's technically like way up the chain at HK. He
Yeah.
probably makes a great living, but he gave up the game to go to work. He's working now. But these cats that are still playing, where did he go?
He had to go pee.
Oh, I just don't know how you can support a family or how long do you like. That's probably what's going to eventually catch up with Dynasty. It's these cats, but then again, they're 40 years old, so it would have already caught up with me by now
Oh
at
yeah.
40.
Like you said, it takes a lot to be getting out of bed and be like, damn, we gotta go play paintball. But if they love what they do, then it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, but how do you pay your, I how do you pay your bills? Now
Man,
they say Yaya here. Ain't that what they call that? Ain't that his name, Yaya?
yeah. Chad
He's
Bashir.
rich, and apparently Dizon. I think Dizon's got money. So a lot of these cats that are doing this have already got money or come from money. But your average player that's, I don't know Ryan Moorhead's situation, but let's just say, yeah, I play on Houston Heat. I play professional paintball. And during the week, well, isn't it Mouse? They had Mouse on their podcast. I forgot what he does for a living. Oh, some kind of medical, I think. Medical device. He drives one of the medical device vans or something like that. He got a real job, and I guess his job gives him the opportunity to go play paintball, gives him some time off. So that's how he's paying his bills. But I don't know. It's still like it's like having a 19-year-old job. You're working for a little bit over minimum wage. That's great at 20 years old, but there's no future in that. What are you going to do with your life?
Oh, no,
No,
You're,
absolutely right.
huh?
Absolutely right.
you're
You're
right.
And
absolutely right. 'Cause
he's supposed to be one of the best players in the game, right now.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Everybody's got to decide what's right for them. But I know outside pressure gets put on you, especially when you get married and you have kids. It's not about what you want no more.
Nope. Nope.
And I don't know how many of them have kids. I just don't get the way the whole thing is set. I don't like the word pro, and I'm a paintballer forever. Quit using the word pro. You don't make a living off of it. You're not. It's not football. It's not basketball. It's
Mm-mm.
Can we just drop the APPA and call it paintball?
It's
I'll play it.
Paint Wars.
Paint
I,
wars.
I I remember playing Mike Paxton at the Myrtle Beach CFOA because you could have one pro team, and he shot me in the face in 2 seconds, and I still don't know how he did it. Still relive it every day. I mean, it was like 3, 2, 1, go, 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 go. I turned around and he shot me in the face just looking at me doing it. And I was like, because he shoots so much paint, he can put his first ball right where he wants it as soon as he turns around.
Fucking wizard.
But yeah, but great. I
Uh,
mean, but like I said, I'll play him. I'll play anybody. So I mean, I get the pro division, I guess per se, but I still think APPA. And what was his? I don't know if he's still around. Was it Chris Rao or whatever that ran that?
Ooh.
Remember when it was? It was the APPA, and now his name was Chris Rahel or something. He
fuck,
ran
I
the
find out.
APPA. He invented it. Now it's what do they call it now? The PBB
Yeah,
something.
PBLI.
Well, he was originated, and we had many a discussion. And I said from the invention of it, it was great when we had rookie, novice, and amateur. If you're a
Mm.
rookie, that's your first couple years playing. Everybody else just throw it into that novice, and then when you're amateur, that you go play Ollie, you go play whoever. There was three like
Mm.
divisions: guys that played local CFOAs, and then guys that went and played national events. When he broke it down to all those divisions, I knew what was going to happen, and it happened. I don't know how many people don't play paintball because of their rankings. They would offer to go with me and say, "Hey, can I come play with you?" And I would need them. Let me look at our rankings, man. I can't use you. So it goes back to my original thing: how we have got fresh blood coming in. These guys don't have nowhere to play. They can't even play with me because they've got too much rank. And it's like we ain't that good. It's just because you played so many
Mhm.
events.
Yeah.
We don't want you
Mhm.
anymore. We want
Mhm.
somebody else. And I wish if we would
Well,
get rid of that rank.
well,
Well, if you went to an event tomorrow and we went back to rookie, it used to be rookie was first year, sometimes first 2 years. But if we went to say what is the the series that Scuba Steve runs. What's the name of it?
CP
NCX
CPXL.
CPXL. The CPXL had three different divisions, and it was either the beginners, which nobody applies to none of us, and then anybody that wanted to play D1 guys, D2 guys. Would you not play the event because they didn't have all those classifications to put you in that narrow little field?
Yeah.
Where you're only going to play other D4 players. Would you skip the event and go, I'm not playing it? You know, it
No.
used to be
Mm-hmm.
it used to be when I first started, you would play novice and you had to play one game against the amateurs. You always drew a team that was playing one
Oh
level
yeah,
up
yeah.
to make you better, to make you
Mm.
better. You played your novice guys, but we always had to play one amateur team in our prelims, period, to make you
Mm.
better as a better player. So I don't
Mm.
think it would run players away. Now I know players now when I talk to them or back, several years ago, they would a D5 player would be like scared to death, but he's D3. I ain't playing him. Man, he shoots paint just like you do.
Just
He's
like you
not.
do, bro. But
It's
hey,
divided
look.
us.
But look, check this out, Nunu. On a closing note here, who do you have making big moves next year? Quick answer. I want like 5 teams you think they're gonna make the quick moves next year. Who's gonna be on the move?
I couldn't tell you. I think Houston Heat is very close to being done. If you want to know my personal opinion, Spica's going somewhere to get some playing time. I don't know how much longer the Ironman's going to be around. How long is Dave Youngblood going to keep pumping money into these guys? Because he's got to half-heartedly be doing it. Because if I own Die and I want a team, I'm going to get like when he did with Ollie. I'm going to go get the guys that I want. I got money. I'm going to get the guys that I want. We're going to win. But Dave Youngblood's like, so what? They won on Sunday. I don't sell more Die guns on Monday. I really don't care if they win or not. But I think you're going to see
Mm.
something happen. I think you're going to see something happen with the Ironman soon. And I think you're going to see Houston Heat, something big happen as far as that guy's tired of paying the bills too. They say he's stupid rich, but he's got to be getting tired. In other words, all this money you
Mm.
pump out. But other than
Mm.
that, I haven't followed it close enough to know. But I don't see that. Did they get rid of the Ironman coach yet? Is she still coaching?
Yeah.
From right now, currently, yeah,
Yeah.
still.
Yeah, yeah. I just don't. I don't see them hanging around. That's the only two I got. Them and something's going to happen with Heat. I just got a feeling. And that's my squad. I love them. I don't want to see it happen, but I don't see them going much longer.
Mm.
Mm.
Edwin.
I think Spica's gonna be going somewhere. I don't know. He like you said, he's gonna go get some playing time somewhere else. I think Tampa's gonna make some changes. I
Mm-hmm.
think um I think Aftermath is probably not even gonna be a thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're just
Isn't Tampa in danger of getting deregulated?
no.
What ain't they one of the team?
New York
Not Tampa.
Extreme is,
Yeah, New York extremist.
but I don't know. I think that's it. I mean, I think everything's gonna be pretty much that's it. It's gonna be the
Okay.
same.
Okay. Cool. Well, I'm gonna give you mine. First off, I know I like how you touched up on the Iron Man, Nunu. I strongly believe the Iron Man will be no more, and Columbus Level will be the new Iron Man for sure. Because with Mike Paxson being the head coach for Level, or no, Robbie Goldsmith. I'm sorry, Robbie Goldsmith from CEP is the team captain and the team fucking coach. I think Level is going to be the new Iron Man, and Die's going to pump more money into them. So Iron Man's slowly fizzling away, just like you said. Houston Heat's going to make some desperate moves. They got to get young talent on the team. Gang, see you later. Ronnie D's on. He's got to go. He's getting too old. He should stick with the YouTube channel. He's doing pumping out fantastic content. Love his vlogs, but I think his time on playing on the field is over. It's done. Him and Chad Yaya Boucher, whatever the hell his name is, he's got to go. Tyler Harmon, I need you and Ryan Moorhead to maybe stack up DMG. DMG is another team
How
that needs to
DMG's
go
not
somewhere, man.
DMG's
They're
not going
done.
is,
anywhere. They're done.
is
They're
Tyler
done.
Herman on a contract?
Yes.
Did he?
I
How
don't
long
I
was
didn't
his
hear anything
contract?
about that. I don't know about
I
that.
think it's like 5 years or something like that. I think
Oh
it's
my god.
Because
Or
he left Dynasty because of money. Because they were like, hey,
yeah. What
Heat's offering me this money. I'm gonna go and do what I need to do for my family. So it makes sense. And they were like,
was
fine,
this
go ahead.
his? But was this his second year or third year?
I think it's third year.
Second.
Is it second? I think
Second.
it's third.
It feels like a second year. It
Second or
could be
third?
third year.
It's second or third. One of those two.
Well,
Okay.
I feel like Tyler needs to go. Ryan Moorhead. Maybe they can join the New England Hurricanes.
New
They need a
Orleans.
squad.
New Orleans.
Is it New Orleans or is it New England?
New Orleans.
Okay, New Orleans, whatever you want to say. I think they're going to make big moves. Baltimore Revo, they're going to stay the same. But yeah, that's my 5 really. I mean, that's my big moves for next season.
All the
Dynasty's going to obviously.
all the heavy hitters, they're gonna
Yeah.
they're gonna either they're gonna be tired. The old guys are gonna be like, you know what, I'm done. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna, or
Go ahead.
that's where the change is gonna happen. All these young bucks are gonna come up and they're gonna do their thing. Because
That's it.
there's too much money to make it within the industry. They don't have to do that shit anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-mm. 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 What if they brought Art Chaos back? That'd be fantastic.
Mm.
That'd be great. That'd be great. But on that silly note, we want to thank our special guest, the New, for dropping by and telling us all his wonderful information of paintball and all his years that he's been playing. And we've been wanting this man on the show for the longest.
How about you
It
take
took
Sunday
season
off
3.
and come play paintball?
I would love to. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see if I can get off early Sunday. I'm
You
gonna
know,
try
you're the
my best.
problem. You're the problem with the sport. You rather work than play. That's your problem. That's why we're dying
Well,
as a sport.
I got 5 kids to feed. I got 5 kids to feed, man. But on that note, everybody, I'm DJ. He's Edwin. He's Nunus. We love you
And I
guys,
got
and we
the
are
I
drunken
got the
uncles.
inches. We'll see y'all
He's
later.
got he's got he's got the inches, baby.